Very good afternoon, everyone. So, once again, we are back and we are continuing. Just yesterday, we kind of started off with some important discussions on miscellaneous topics and on miscellaneous laws as far as your CLAT examination is concerned, right? And in continuation, in continuation of our discussion on miscellaneous laws, what we are going to be discussing today is an area of the law which specifically deals with family law, right? Now, of course, family law is a very um non-uniform kind of an area because we have different personal laws for different religions. We don't have a uniform civil code जिसके बारे में आप लोग सब ने कई बार डिस्कशन किया है, सुना है, and you've heard about the concept of uniform civil code for a long time now. In fact, I'm sure all of you have seen Article 44, right? Article 44 of the Constitution of India, which specifically talks about the fact that there should be a uniform civil code. Supreme Court also, the Supreme Court of India, in a variety of judgments has also recommended कि एक यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड होना चाहिए. But of course, till now we've not really had a uniform civil code, and we have different personal laws as far as India is concerned. तो उस personal laws में से when you go to law school also, college में भी आप देखेंगे तो some of the areas जो mandatorily compulsorily आपके discussion में आता है, that is basically your areas particularly dealing with Hindu law and dealing with Muslim law, right? So Hindu law and Muslim law are some compulsory areas. Bar Council of India का जो prescribed kind of syllabus होता है, right? उसमें भी Hindu law and Muslim law is definitely an essential part of the preparation process. So that's what we are going to be looking at as well. In part one, I'm going to cover in this platform on YouTube, and of course part two के लिए हम एक स्पेशल क्लास हम एक स्पेशल क्लास शेड्यूल करेंगे इन द मंथ ऑफ डिसम्बर. फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ डिसम्बर में ही हम एक स्पेशल क्लास डेफिनेटली करेंगे अबाउट कंटिन्यूइंग with our discussion on family law, right? Most likely we will do it on the 2nd of December, right? 2nd December को हम इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे. पार्ट टू जो है on the app we will continue on December 2nd, so do stay tuned in for the continued discussion as and when it begins. But part 1 का discussion शुरू करने से पहले I also want to take this opportunity to quickly introduce myself, some of the courses at Unacademy. My name is Debajyoti Das and I'm an alumni of Hidayatullah National Law University. I also secured an All India rank 20 in NLSIU Bangalore in 2006 entrance. I am also a Microsoft Intellectual Property Research Scholar, and after graduation I have worked with one of the top law firms in India called Amarchand Mangaldas, specializing specifically in their capital markets team, right? So which is securities market and stock market related work. You guys can of course join me, right? Please do join me on Telegram. I'm actively participating there, and the Telegram group is Deb Legal. You can search for it, you can easily find it. And if you have been enjoying my lectures, you can use the code DEB10 for an additional 10% discount on the various subscriptions, on the various options that you have here on the Unacademy platform. We have some unique features as far as the Unacademy system is concerned, the platform is concerned. You can raise your hand and talk to the educator live, which is a very unique thing that has started off only and exclusively here at Unacademy. And we do have some really interesting courses that are also coming up कुछ interesting courses भी हैं that are definitely coming up. So what are these interesting courses? First of all, the LSAT examination, the law school aptitude test. The LSAT examination is just around the corner, right? Just around the corner. And the LSAT examination, of course, is the examination for Jindal Global Law School, and so many other law schools abroad के लिए भी होता है. बट वो ये वाला जो एग्जाम है, दिस इज LSAT इंडिया, राइट? एंड LSAT इंडिया के लिए 30 day का क्रैश कोर्स डेफिनेटली आ रहा है, where we've just started off today, right? It's starting off today on the 26th of November, where legal aptitude is of course not part of the syllabus, and therefore Priyanshu, Jigyasa, Sameer and Purvi are going to take up English and analytical reasoning and logical reasoning, which is basically what your syllabus is. Just a couple of days back we did start off with the Excel law batch. Excel law का भी एक batch शुरू हो चुका है. It's a 6-month batch, right? It's a 6-month batch starting on the 24th of November. So like I said, just अभी शुरू हुआ है, and this is going to continue right up to your CLAT examination. The 1-year comprehensive batch, because very interestingly एक जो change आया है, that the CLAT examination is going to happen 2 times. It is going to happen 2 times in the coming year. आने वाले साल में 2 बार CLAT का एग्जाम होना है. Once it's going to be in the month of May, जो 2022 का बैच होगा, and one more is going to happen on the 18th of December, right? 18 December 2023 में भी 2022 में भी एक और एग्जाम होना है, जो आपका 2023 बैच के लिए CLAT का एग्जाम होगा. वैसे तो 1.5 साल नॉर्मली होता है अगर हम नवंबर 2021 में बैठे हैं, and we are looking at 2023 examination. Usually it would have been 1.5 years, but it is only 1 year to go, guys. So Gable Makers batch is the 1-year comprehensive batch for 2023. We do have some interesting tests like the Unacademy Law Aptitude test, which happens every alternate Saturdays at 11 a.m. in the morning, 60 minutes and 60 questions, 1 mark per question, and of course the weekly T20 test, which happens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Weekends are off for the weekly test. So today being a Friday, we have current affairs and GK, जिस पे आपको questions वगैरह पूछे जाएंगे. You can participate in that quiz, and of course the live quiz feature is also now, it's been live for some time now. You can host your own quizzes and you can participate in the quizzes which are being uploaded by the educators. And with that, we will basically start off with Hindu law and Muslim law. Okay, chat box पे मेरी नजर नहीं गई थी. Hello Soham, hi, very good afternoon to you. Trasik is also here. Good morning. बताओ दोपहर के 3 बजे गुड मॉर्निंग हो रहा है तुम्हारा, ये काफी सही है. यही वाली जिंदगी जो है मेंटोस वाली, यही वाली जिंदगी मुझे चाहिए कि आफ्टरनून 3 PM ऑल्सो. ऐसा त्रासी के लिए वक्त कम हो गया अब. क्यों ऐसा तो कुछ भी नहीं है भाई. Why do you have that feeling? सबके लिए वक्त है for sure. Time is the only irreplaceable commodity. ये तो जितना भी हो सकता है obviously share करना चाहिए. It's something that you definitely don't get back, ever. So anyway, guys, family law, basically we will obviously, like I already told you, हम लोग हिंदू लॉ देखेंगे, मुस्लिम लॉ देखेंगे, and उसमें primarily क्या होगा, मैरिज, डिवोर्स, सक्सेशन which affects your right to property and so on. So 2023 अब दिसंबर में no, so वो तो सिर्फ तुम्हारे लिए नहीं है ना. You have to understand, इसमें कुछ बुरा मानने की बात ही नहीं है. हमेशा बोर्ड एग्जाम वगैरह में of course there is a क्योंकि मार्क्स देखे जाते हैं और कंपटीशन के हिसाब से उसको लोग देखते नहीं है, राइट? बट कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम लाइक क्लैट और एनी अदर एग्जाम जब भी आप लोग देते हैं ना, ऑलवेज कीप दिस एट द बैक ऑफ योर माइंड. ऑलवेज हमेशा यही चीज याद रखने की कोशिश करो कि भाई घूम फिर के यही है कि जो भी चेंज हो रहा है, क्वेश्चन पेपर डिफिकल्ट आ रहा है, इजी आ रहा है, it is uniformly happening for everybody, right? So If 2023 exam is now happening in December, actually, if you think about it, I think anybody who is preparing now, अभी से 11th में होते हुए, उनके लिए डिसएडवांटेज नहीं है. दिस इज एन एडवांटेज that exists for you. Why? Because let me put it to you this way: most people are going to be thinking about preparing and actually taking the CLAT exam very seriously only after they go into 12th class or after they give up their IIT dream, or stages में आता है. भारत बड़ा देश है, हजारों लाखों करोड़ों लोग, कौन कब किस स्टेज पे सोचना शुरू कर रहा है. अब जितना लेट में लोग सोचेंगे, those people who are going to think about it at a little later stage, उन सब के लिए बाय डिफॉल्ट डिसएडवांटेज हो गया, क्योंकि वो लेट में सोचते तो भी मई के लिए और 5-6 महीने एक्स्ट्रा टाइम होता, राइट? बट नाउ द एग्जाम इज इन डिसम्बर, राइट? सो जो लोग पहले से सोच चुके हैं, उनके लिए फंडामेंटली दिस बिकम्स क्वाइट अ बिट ऑफ एन एडवांटेज, राइट? दिस बिकम्स फंडामेंटली क्वाइट अ बिट ऑफ एन एडवांटेज. सो त्रासिक, वक्त कम हो गया है, अच्छी बात है, राइट? क्योंकि तुम्हारे लिए तो कम हुआ है. कुछ लोग जो अभी तक सीरियसली सोचे भी नहीं है, उनके लिए तो ट्रेजेडी हो गई है. दे डोंट इवन नो that the exam has been preponed, or it's not going to happen अगले मई में. ये वो जब तक सोचेंगे समझेंगे अपने आप, उनको देख के टाइमलाइन देख के लगेगा कि अब तो ये हो ही नहीं सकता, ज्यादा टाइम बचा ही नहीं है. सो मेक द मोस्ट ऑफ दिस टाइम दैट यू हैव. अभी जो 12 महीने बचे हैं, maximize your potential, completely go and kill it, right? That's what the plan should be, right? Okay, so Hindu law, Muslim law, and primarily personal relationships वगैरह, personal issues, marriage, divorce, succession, property, यही सब जो है वो फैमिली लॉ का पार्ट है. हिंदू लॉ में क्या है? मैरिज. एज फार एज हिंदू लॉ इज कंसर्न, मैरिज इज ए होली सैक्रामेंट. इट्स अ वेरी वेरी होली अफेयर, पवित्र रिश्ता, पवित्र बंधन. नहीं, मैं एकदम एकता कपूर के टीवी सीरियल का नाम याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आई एम जस्ट, दिस इज व्हाट इट इज actually as well. So the philosophical background is that obviously relationships are made in heaven, and earth में तो हम सिर्फ वही जो heaven में relationships बनाए जा चुके हैं, हम उसको सिर्फ execute कर रहे हैं, and stuff like that. Now there are certain essential conditions, like you can see in the photograph में दिख रहा है, अग्नि दिख रही है ना, there's a fire. So there are certain essential conditions for a Hindu marriage to be recognized as a legally valid marriage. एक तो आपने अगर रजिस्ट्रेशन वगैरह करा लिया है, कोर्ट में मैरिज करा लिया, तो बात वैसे ही खत्म है. there's no complication there. But otherwise also there are certain conditions, right? The most important condition you should always remember is saptapadi, right? It is known as saptapadi. ये जो अग्नि के चारों तरफ चल रहे हैं और ये सब कर रहे हैं, this is basically Saptapadi. Okay. Now Saptapadi is very different. This is different and this should not be confused. नहीं होना चाहिए confusion. किसके बारे में confusion नहीं होना चाहिए? That Saptapadi is not the same thing. Saptapadi is not the same thing as 7 फेरे. 7 बार चलना है और ये वो, it's not the same thing. सप्तपदी is 7 कदम, right? सप्त is 7, पद होना चाहिए, 7 steps साथ में चलना होता है. हाँ, वो धीरे धीरे अब बॉलीवुड है, ये है, वो सब कॉम्बिनेशन करते करते सप्तपदी को 7 फेरे मान ही लिया गया है. बट टेक्निकली एज फार एज द लॉ इज कंसर्न, इट्स नॉट 7 फेरे, इट इज 7 steps and 7 vows and this that. तो अब वो 7 steps की जगह वैसे भी एक राउंड में ही लोग एक शपथ लेते हैं, और ऐसा होता है वैसा होता है. इनफैक्ट आई जस्ट गॉट मैरिड लाइक दिस ईयर, 2021 में ही आई जस्ट गॉट मैरिड लाइक इन February. So on Valentine Day of all the days, that's what my parents and Jigyasa's parents agreed upon. So I got married in February and तो वही सब चला था. तो शादी के बीच में क्या हिंदू लॉ और ये सब डिबेट करता. मैंने कहा आप कर लो, आज आपका दिन है, जिसको जो बताना है सब सही है वैसे. I made sure, of course, all the essential conditions are fulfilled. But yeah, usually once you read and you go to law school and everything seems just a little lesser than what it is. Okay, marriage हो गया तो next क्या है? Divorce. शादी हो गई, अब क्या होगा? शादी टूटेगी भी है ना. शादी टूटे. So divorce, again there are certain specific grounds कि इस ग्राउंड पे डिवोर्स हो सकता है, उस ग्राउंड पे डिवोर्स हो सकता है. देयर आर specified grounds based on which a divorce can happen as far as Hindu law is concerned. So Hindu Marriage Act है, right? Hindu Marriage Act 1955, उसी में essential conditions भी दिए हैं, right? Dissolution of marriage, again conditions अलग अलग से दिए हुए हैं. Succession, please remember both the son and a daughter, right? As far as succession is concerned, the son and a daughter have the same right of succession, the same right to property uniformly, right? It's not that the daughter will have lesser share in the property or the son will have lesser share or son will have more share. इसमें से कोई भी complication नहीं है. It is basically an equal share, and this is something which was not there earlier, right? ये जो equal वाली बात हो रही है, ये हमेशा से equal नहीं था. This is after 2005, right? After 2005. So 2005 में हिंदू सक्सेशन एक्ट में बहुत ही एक इम्पॉर्टेंट और बहुत ही लैंडमार्क, आई वुड से, अमेंडमेंट आया था. एंड इट इज इन फर्दरेंस and in continuation of that particular amendment, right, that equal inheritance and so on was basically decided. कि अब डॉटर को भी, पहले क्योंकि डॉटर्स का कोई राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी नहीं था, बिकॉज हिस्टोरिकली, राइट, historically of course the idea was that the daughter will be given her share of property, her share of succession as part of her dowry, right? So of course by the time you come to modern times, डाउरी का तो मतलब और मायने और प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन कंप्लीटली मॉडिफाई करके, करप्ट करके, dowry became an instrument of exploitation rather than a matter of right for the woman, right? वो तो धीरे धीरे तो एक्सप्लॉयटेशन ही बन गया था with the passage of time. But historically the idea was कि बेटी अब जा रही है, दूसरे घर में, और तो बेटी का जो शेयर होता था वो that's basically given to her as part of her dowry. So that's why obviously at the time of the death of the parent, अब बेटी को कोई भी उसका प्रॉपर्टी का शेयर नहीं दिया जाएगा क्योंकि उसको शादी के टाइम दे चुके थे. whereas लड़के को अब आफ्टर द डेथ जो बचा है वो बेसिकली लड़के को दिया जाएगा. दैट्स व्हाट द बेसिक आइडिया वाज. एनीवे, अब तो ये सब कॉम्प्लिकेशन नहीं है. गिफ्ट विफ्ट जो भी है दे सकते हैं. सो हम कह रहे हैं गिफ्ट, हाँ तो गिफ्ट तो अभी भी दे ही सकते हैं सब आपस में, विच इज फाइन, बट एक्सप्लॉयटेशन नहीं होना चाहिए. एंड डॉटर्स विल हैव एन इक्वल राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी, right? Daughters will have an equal right to property as compared to the sons. That's the idea of right to property or succession as far as Hindu law is concerned after 2005. After 2005, right? Okay, त्रासी के सिंह सर, मुझे तो लॉ पढ़ने से पहले ही ये सब फॉर्मेलिटीज अजीब लगती है, सैडली. ये तो है. Dowry is given in the form of gift. Now dowry is given in the form of gift. Well, I mean, so dowry prohibition laws जो हैं, we of course do have some specifically dowry prohibition laws, right? See, I mean, a marriage is deemed to be a happy occasion, right? Of course, the boy doesn't know उसके जीवन में क्या क्या आने वाले हैं. But jokes apart, obviously we don't want a situation that two families have gotten together for such a big celebration in their family and among their family members and children and so on. Obviously we don't want to create a situation कि कोई किसी को गिफ्ट ही नहीं दे सकता. भाई आप बर्थडे पे भी जाते हैं, किसी के एनिवर्सरी पे जाते हैं, किसी के बैचलर पार्टी में जाते हैं, किसी के ग्रेजुएशन पे जाते हैं, कुछ भी ओकेजन होता है, you can obviously take a gift and ये सब चलता रहता है. सो अब पूरी शादी में कोई किसी को गिफ्ट ही नहीं दे सकता, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहते हम, ऑब्वियसली. हाँ, if the gift giving is becoming a matter of exploitation, then that is something that we want to address, right? That is something which we want to restrict, which we want to cut off, and which we want to ensure that it doesn't really, become, like I said, an instrument of exploitation. So gift दे सकते हैं, बट जमीन बेच के, लोन लेके, खानदान ये करके, इतना सब कुछ करके ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए. That's the basic idea. Okay. So 2005 Act was applicable successively and retrospectively. Yes. So it doesn't matter whether the daughter was born after 2005 or not, right? At the time when the question arose, if the question is arising after 2005, obviously that itself is enough. ऐसा जरूरी है ही नहीं that the father died after 2005 or any of those factors are simply irrelevant as far as the right to property of a woman under Hindu law is concerned. Now, as far as widow remarriage is concerned, widow remarriage is allowed, right? Widow remarriage is allowed both under Hindu law as well as under Muslim law, right? Widow remarriage is allowed both under Hindu law as well as under Muslim law. दोनों में remarriage तो allowed है. Of course, Muslim law में there are certain conditions that must be fulfilled for a widow remarriage to be recognized as a valid remarriage, right? So for example, हम अगर देखते हैं तो कि इद्दत पीरियड होता है एंड इद्दत पीरियड एक्सपायर होता है, तब जाके, right, widow remarriage is allowed under Muslim laws. Then there are certain reasons why that iddat period condition is actually there. ये हम डिस्कस करेंगे, फैमिली लॉ में मुस्लिम लॉ का डिटेल्स भी डिस्कस करेंगे. बट अगेन आई वांट टू जेंटली रिमाइंड ऑल ऑफ यू, राइट, ये मुस्लिम लॉ वाला पार्ट प्राइमरीली वी विल डिस्कस ऑन December 2, राइट. December 2 को हम ये डिस्कस करेंगे कहां पर, ऐप में, as part of special classes. स्पेशल क्लास में मुस्लिम लॉ वाला पार्ट हम ज्यादा डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. ओके, नाउ हिंदू लॉ कंटिन्यूड. अगेन प्रीटी सिंपल. पॉलीगमी इज नॉट अलाउड. पॉलीगमी मींस व्हाट? अलाउड तो नहीं है, ठीक है. व्हाट इज पॉलीगमी? पॉलीगमी इज वन हस्बैंड एंड मोर देन वन वाइफ, राइट? सो one man is not allowed to have more than one wife. Okay, similarly polyandry is also not allowed, right? Polyandry भी allowed नहीं है. One woman cannot have more than one husband. तो ये भी obviously permissible नहीं होगा, right? One husband cannot have more than one wife. One wife cannot have more than one husband. One woman cannot have more than one husband. Right. Now child marriage तो obviously prohibited है, right? But the child marriage itself is not void. Please remember, child marriage prohibited तो है, but the child marriage itself is not treated as void. Rather, the child marriage is treated as voidable, right? ये voidable होता है. तो voidable यहाँ पर क्या है? Voidable means that it is at the discretion, it is at the option, it is at the choice of these people, right? जो child involved है, right? जो भी children, दोनों भी minor हो सकते हैं. Usually तो ये होता है girl is a minor, right? So for example, if the girl wants to avoid the marriage, then when she turns into an adult, when she attains the age of majority, right? When she attains the age of majority, at that time she will have a right. She will have a right to basically declare the marriage to be void, or she can simply say that I don't recognize this marriage and this marriage is therefore going to be void. तो उसमें divorce लेने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, right? Divorce तो तब लेंगे जब marriage valid है and now you want to separate from your spouse or whatever it is. But if the marriage itself is not valid, right, the marriage itself is treated as void, then that marriage you can simply avoid that marriage. Okay, dowry डाउरी तो मैंने ऑलरेडी बता दिया, ऑब्वियसली डाउरी इज कंप्लीटली प्रोहिबिटेड. ओके, एक्सप्लॉयटेशन नहीं होना चाहिए. बेसिकली इट मस्ट नॉट बी डिसप्रपोर्शनल. ओके, डिसप्रपोर्शनल नहीं होना चाहिए. डिसप्रपोर्शनल टू द इनकम of the families, disproportional to the income of either of the parties. ये वो इस टाइप का नहीं होना चाहिए कि अलग से, that's what I'm saying, कि लोन लेना पड़ा या घर बेचना पड़ा, जमीन बेचना पड़ा, इतना सब कुछ करना पड़ा, तो फिर clearly it is disproportional to the income, and that kind of dowry or that kind of gift giving, जो भी आप कहें, is obviously going to be violative of the of whatever is permissible as far as Indian law or Hindu law is specifically concerned. Maintenance का क्या मामला है? Sorry. So maintenance is basically under section 125 of the CRPC, right? Maintenance is basically under section 125 of the CRPC, that is the Criminal Procedure Code. So if there is a disproportionally different है income, husband का income अगर disproportionately higher है, तो फिर उसको wife को maintenance देना पड़ेगा even after separation. If the wife is unable to maintain herself, तो भी maintenance pay करना पड़ेगा. Under section 125 the conditions for when the wife has to pay maintenance वो obviously specified नहीं है. Husband को कब कब pay करना है वो condition specified है. Okay, Trasik has a question, sir. Got it. So in what circumstances and how does a child marriage become void? So choice पे है ना, अगर child decide करता है कि मैं ये marriage recognize नहीं करता हूँ at the attainment of the age of majority, if the child decides that I don't recognize this marriage, then automatically the marriage will become void. Okay, अगर child को नहीं लग रहा, मतलब वो 18 होने के बाद भी the girl is saying no, I want to continue with the marriage, because child marriage हो तो रही है, गांव में है, कुछ है, अब समाज ये वो सब लोग मान के चल रहे हैं कि नहीं इनकी शादी हो गई है, right? So if the girl doesn't want to avoid the marriage, we don't want to take away her right. हम वो choice उसको दे रहे हैं कि अगर आपको नहीं चाहिए, आपके पास पूरी आजादी है कि आप सीधा मना कर दीजिए, बात खत्म हो गई. But if you want to claim your rights under the marriage, like the husband has died, तो आप प्रॉपर्टी भी नहीं मिलेगी, ये भी नहीं होगा, वो भी नहीं होगा, तो हम ये नहीं चाहते हैं. We want the woman to be able to claim. So हम डिक्लेयर नहीं करेंगे void. आपको अवॉइड करना है आपकी मर्जी, आपको कंटिन्यू करना है वो भी आपकी मर्जी. That's the law, or that's the idea that we are basically following. Okay, after divorce monetary care, sir, but isn't this a civil issue? then अगर नहीं पे करेंगे तो criminal consequences है, नहीं पे करेंगे तो जेल जाएंगे ना. that's why this is under criminal law. कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस नहीं होंगे तो कोई नहीं पे करेगा ना. सिर्फ भाई सिविल कॉन्सिक्वेंस में क्या होगा, फाइन ही पे करना है, राइट? सिविल कॉन्सिक्वेंस में भी फाइन ही पे करना है, और इसमें भी अगर यही हुआ कि मेंटेनेंस पे करना है, तो कोई नहीं पे करके फाइन ही पे कर देगा, तो आइदर वेज वुमन को तो लॉस ही हुआ ना. सो वी वांट टू काइंड ऑफ sort of avoid that circumstance, right? Okay, सॉरी, अरे सॉरी की क्या बात है इसमें? सॉरी की कोई बात ही नहीं थी. सर, if a husband earns 4 lakhs and wife earns 3.5 lakhs, then also husband has to, well, I mean 3.5 and 4 lakhs doesn't seem like the fact that the husband will have to pay. I don't think so. So the मतलब disproportional नहीं है ना. The lifestyle will be pretty much the same. It's only 50,000 rupees difference. हाँ, 50,000 और 3.5 lakhs होता तो बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस है कि लाइफस्टाइल ही अलग हो जाएगा, राइट? लाइफस्टाइल ही हो जाएगा. बेसिकली एटलीस्ट 1.5 टाइम्स होना चाहिए. इफ इट इज 1.5 टाइम्स और डबल, मिनिमम डबल, 1.5 गुना या उससे ज्यादा का डिस्प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी है, then it makes sense. Otherwise, because the lifestyle remains the same, therefore it may not necessarily be a requirement that the husband has to pay. Of course, we will have to look at it from a case-to-case basis. We will have to evaluate it from a looking at the facts and circumstances of a particular case, कि उसमें क्या हुआ था, इसमें क्या हुआ था, and accordingly kind of make a final make a final judgment, right? So I hope that that really makes sense. So TK, just wanted to have a quick short introduction session, guys. There are a few more details. There are some important cases, particularly when it comes to Muslim law. Maintenance में भी हमें शाहबानो केस देखना है, right? When it comes to Muslim law, divorce में भी तलाक, the types of तलाक, triple तलाक, इद्दत period, remarriage, इस सब में थोड़ा और डिटेल में भी. So we'll do a little bit more of Hindu law, and we will discuss Muslim law with a lot of cases in the special session that I'm going to schedule on the 2nd of December. 2nd of December में special session जो करेंगे उसमें सारी चीजें थोड़ा ज्यादा डिटेल में किया जाएगा. In the meanwhile, guys, please do remember to drop by on the Telegram channel, because उसमें मैं इस क्लास का अपडेट डेफिनेटली प्रोवाइड करूंगा ताकि आप लोग सब ज्वाइन कर सकें. Muslim law is a little longer also in terms of CLAT perspective, at least, especially because recent times में कुछ cases भी हुए. In the meanwhile, if you guys are taking up any of the subscriptions, please do remember to use my code DEV10 to get the additional 10% discount and to give me a high five कि हाँ sir आपके lectures पसंद हैं. Thank you very much. Do remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are getting all the appropriate notifications and so on. So फिर सिविल केसेस में जेल नहीं जाते? नहीं भाई, सिविल केस में कैसे जेल जाएंगे त्रासिक? सिविल केस में जेल नहीं जाते, क्रिमिनल केस में ही जेल जा सकते हैं. अनादि, हाय, वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून. सर आपने पॉलीगमी पे क्वेश्चन मार्क क्यों लगाया था? पॉलीगमी का मतलब क्या है? करते करते बस ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन मार्क डाल देगा. व्हाट डज इट मीन, राइट? व्हाट डज इट मीन करके क्वेश्चन मार्क डाल दिया था, बट so it's not otherwise. So polygamy up to 4 wives of course is permitted under Muslim law. तो वो भी हम लोग when we discuss Muslim law in the special class on the 2nd of December, तब हम वो सारी चीजें भी definitely discuss करेंगे, right? Yes, Anadi wanted to do a short crisp session and wanted to invite all of you to the app for a longer session, right? That is the plan for today. Thank you very much everyone, and I will see you guys. Those of you who are already subscribed, important judgments का एक series चल रहा है, and today evening also, let me just check what is the specific session for today evening. Okay, so today is about free speech, not just free speech but article 19 के जितने भी important freedoms हैं, वो सारे freedoms के बारे में, from cow slaughter ban to book ban to movie ban, जो free speech के बारे में है, profession के बारे में ban है, gambling का ban है, alcohol का ban है, वो सारी चीजों के बारे में today at 9:30, today at 9:30, this is the plus class, right? Plus का ये class है. Please do try to join in, where we will of course be discussing so many of these important judgments of the 21st century, important current affairs as far as the law is concerned. ये होगा रात के 9:30 बजे, 29 PM लिख दे रहा हूँ ना, पता चला यही कंफ्यूजन हो गया है. ओके, टुडे, बट जस्ट नॉट जस्ट टुडे, आगे भी ये कंटिन्यू करना ही है. सो प्लीज डू जॉइन इन and I will see you guys in the evening. Thank you once again. Bye bye everyone.